I tried to stay away from the dad jokes today, although I had to fall back on something just one step above dad jokes. Actually, I've been living in the past this week. This is a stressful week for me because Saturday is my 40th high school class reunion. Ooh, I will be traveling back in time to meet my former classmates. Yeet. And at a class reunion, of course, everybody has to talk to one another, which will be unusual for me with these people. But I will yeet myself into the mingling that goes along with such an event. And at such an event, there's always one person that very dishonestly walks around and says, "Oh, Craig Weckwerth, you haven't changed a bit." To which I will very honestly and sincerely respond, "Oh God, please tell me I have. Please tell me I have." But I've been thinking a lot about my high school years in the last week or so, which took me back to humor from the 70s, 80s, and 90s with my good friend Gary Larson from The Far Side. Now, these Far Side cartoons that I'm going to share with you this morning, some of which maybe some of you have never heard of The Far Side. I'm looking at Annie. Oh my. We're gonna educate Annie today. All right, because these are not just Far Side cartoons that I found on the internet. These are the ones that I remember so distinctly that I quote them on a regular basis, and they come up in my life every week or so. Here we go. Coming up in November, I'll do my hunting season, and I can't sit on my deer stand without thinking of the bummer of a birthmark, Hal.
A target deer.
A target deer. I wish they came that way. Also on a hunting theme, this is one of my favorites. Gary can say so much without any words at all. And I always think of this one when I'm dealing with corporate politics. Whenever I walk across the street from the Mayo Clinic, this one comes to mind, where the real reason dinosaurs went extinct. All the cigarettes, yes. And as a developer, which developer engineer doesn't have the miracle happens as one of the steps in his equations with it? I think you need to be more specific in step 2 here. So many times I think of Ed's Dingo Farm next to Doreen's nursery with the caption, "Trouble Brewing." And when I see a carload of teenagers or 2 boys on skateboards, I often say to Jody, "Trouble brewing." This actually wasn't one of the ones that I quote, but I found it yesterday and the thing just cracks me up. I had to put it in here. Whenever I go on my ice fishing trip, somebody has always built an ice shelter out there on the lakes to camp in overnight. And whenever I see that, I think of the polar bears saying, "I love these things, crunchy on the outside and chewy on the inside." Let's go back to the dog one. I love that one. That one cracks me up. And whenever I'm camping, my wife will often say, "There's a mosquito on you. And pull out, you've hit an artery." Also, more on a camping theme, whenever Jody hands me a cup of coffee, she'll invariably say, "Latte, Jed?" And when we're out for our run in the morning out in the country, we'll often pass a herd of cattle and reminded of this cartoon where the sentry says, "Car," everybody goes back to normal. And then when the car goes, everything's back to talking again. Of course, with my chicken habit, I often walk out into the coop and say, "Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be?" And way back when, my best friend Kenny sent me this one at the end of things here on back in the day when you had to send such cartoons on paper, and he had blocked out and put my name in there. So it said, "I'll tell you what this means, Weck. No size restrictions and screw the limit." Adam Toastmaster.